Proto já jsem byl typický.
If there was somebody who was against gays, he was the typical person who was like provoking. So, hey, I am a gay, so what are you going to do about it? Show me.
Tak tady to máte.
He was hit on his head and then he had bleeding and he was 1.5 years unable to walk. Yeah, and because of this accident, he is now ended up on the street.
Hey everybody, we're about to go on a tour. Roman is formerly homeless here in Prague, and Ella is the interpreter. So we have a big YouTube channel, 1 million subscribers. So we're gonna put you on the YouTube channel.
No, tak každopádně musí být na špičce vašeho kanálu.
He says that he has to be on the top of your...
Oh, he's got to be the top. So he's modest and humble, too. This is a bucket list moment for me. I never thought I would be in Prague, and since I'm here, let's go on a tour.
Okay, let's go.
He says that if you see her, of course, you can see that she is homeless, but the way how she can play on the piano, you wouldn't believe it.
Nechápal jsem.
How did you become homeless?
Jak ses dostal na ulici? Jak jsi začal být na ulici?
Na ulici jsem se dostal...
His mother threw him away because he came here to live with her. He came to Prague to live here with her, but she found out that he was drug addicted, and so she threw him away. And he says he made it clear, like, of course it wasn't a drug problem. It wasn't my problem that I was taking the drugs. Definitely it's my mistake that I ended up on a street.
So it's because of drugs he ended up homeless.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And is he sober now? Are you sober now?
Teď už drogy nebereš.
Neberu.
He's sober for 4 years.
4 years? Woo!
And he was addicted for 15 years.
We're all the same as long as we got it, you know? And even the people that are still using, they're still people. They're still humans.
He says that everyone can show like, hey, you are a junkie, but not many people go and ask like, hey, what has happened in your life? Can I do something for you?
We're with Mira in another part of Prague. Where are we?
To místo, který do nedávna...
It's a district of Prague, and it's just few years that there were buildings, and also like he called it like a jungle, so trees. So a lot of people were meeting here.
There are a lot of homeless people,
Yes.
like homeless camps.
A hodně bezdomovců, jako tady.
Bylo tady...
Not only homeless people, here was also a flea market or just trucks could have a parking here. So he has a program for us. We will go to visit a place to see his homeless friends. We will see where they live.
Tohle vlastně je to srdce tady.
So this was a train station originally, but later on it was a summer movie theater or concerts were here. And here the homeless people were living here below.
Teď si půjdeme po koleji chvilku. Jako, no, nejradši bydlím sám.
This place wasn't a place for homeless people to live. It was just to stay overnight. And he is a lonely wolf, so he prefers some private places.
Čau, dědo, čau.
Mark.
Brácho, 70. No já jsem říkal, že víc jak 70, no 70 jsem říkal.
So what is the charity here?
A co je to tady?
Tak výborně. Takže tohle je...
This is a small charity which opens at 9 in the morning and closes at 8 in the evening, and all the people can come here for some food, take a shower, for some clothes, and about 200-300 people can come here every day. Especially in the winter, it's quite used.
Jako naštěvováno a lidi otočí se tady až 200-300 lidí denně.
We will slowly move to the place where he was living for 7 years.
Okay.
We will go below the bridge.
From what I see here in Prague, people are still outside. right? They're not doing housing first.
Tady to nebylo, není a nebude.
Here it wasn't, it isn't, and it will not be. Look how Canada and USA are developed. Czech Republic isn't that developed, and he doesn't believe at all that somebody would spend the money for housing for homeless people, because he says that's an investment which will not be returned.
So it's a paradigm shift because it actually saves money. Because you need less charities, less police, less people going into the hospital. So by putting people into housing, there's fewer that get arrested, there's fewer that go to jail. So it saves money. So how did he end up homeless?
Byl jsem takový, toulal jsem se.
He says he was about 17, 18, he did army service, and since 17 he was already like squatting. He liked it to stay away from home. His family wasn't functional. His mother was hysteric, he called her, and stepdad was just a...
So back to family.
Yes.
Families can be challenging, and families or relationships can often be the cause of homelessness.
Byly paragrafy na...
When he was 17, he also had a free train transport. So with his friend, they just hopping on a train and then sleeping in some train stations. Yeah, and it was back then, 87, something like that. And it was a communism here. And he says it was a problem. If you didn't go to the work, you got in trouble. So he says that it was a difficult time because he went for the army service and his only plan was to immigrate. But then when he returned, everything was different. And for a while he tried to live a normal life, but he felt that it wasn't working for him.
Předtím vyhodili, že jo, takže já jsem přišel z vojny a neměl jsem práci.
Do police bother you here?
No, takhle, já sám za sebe říkám.
He has a very good experience with the police people here in Prague. They were always treating them nicely. He lived over there below the bridge, and every winter, like every day, they came there, opened their tents and checked if they are okay and brought them some warm tea.
Jsem za sebe prostě, jo.
Because in the United States, if you're homeless, you could get 15 days in jail or a $750 fine. You get a felony on your record, or you can even get arrested.
Tak tohle to mi hlava nebere, dámy a pánové, opravdu ne.
He says, my brain cannot comprehend this, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot understand it.
Tak to nechápu.
He says that everyone can end up on the street, so he doesn't understand this policy at all.
And now that he doesn't want to be homeless anymore.
Já ani nemůžu mít vlastní, že jo, já jdu.
He owes a lot of money to government for public transport usage and not paying it, so he got a fine and then it's extending. Yeah, so because of his debts, he is actually like forced to live on the street, because once he gets a job or has some money, executors immediately know it and go after him. He said that if government wants some money, so then it's an interest of government that he would win some lottery.
As we come down through here, I'm just amazed and blown away, but it's kind of like an obstacle course. It's a very unique tour. So I asked what kind of people come on this tour, and he responded that often it's like a prank birthday gift or Christmas gift. I mean, there are some people like me that are truly interested and social workers, but sometimes people will gift this to their friends as a joke.
So these are, if you can see, those are poppy seeds.
Yeah.
And there were junkies who were taking the bulbs and then burning it and creating their own heroin.
Takže opravdu v rychlosti vám něco řeknu.
He was raised in an orphanage and he was there till he's 18. His parents were not visiting him at all. He wasn't interested to meet his parents, but he learned that he has siblings and he wanted to meet his brothers and sisters. When he was in the apartment, the father came, so Roman went to greet him, and his first thought was, what the fuck, he's short. his dad asked him, do you want to meet your mother? And he agreed. So then when they went to see her, she saw him. She was super happy because he looks completely like she is. But after a while, she noticed that he might be gay, and she did ask him, hey, Roman, you like boys? And he said, yes, I do. And then she rejected him because Roman gypsy culture, for them, a big shame. And he says that no one from his family knew that he was living on the street.
How did you get off the streets?
Jak ses dostal z ulice?
And where do you live?
Jak jsem se dostal z ulice? Ano, hrozně jednoduché.
Here in Czech Republic, if you go to the employment department when you are signed there that you are looking for a job, that department pays your health and social security. And then when you go to the social department and give them information about your accommodation, the government pays part of the accommodation. So he is now in a sort of the hostel for homeless people, which is counted that it's 8,800 crowns, but the big part pays government, and he pays only 1,000 crowns.
Tak jo, hele.
So here lives his friends.
Tak jsme to byli probírat na pivu tenkrát. To nás tchýně pak prdla pěkně. Musíš si pěkně vypítí.
Ne, souhlasil a to je můj kamarád,
Dobrý den.
Dobrý den.
říkí, můj kamarád Tomáš, který...
It's his friend Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. Dobrý den.
Dobrý den, přeju dobrý.
Bych chtěl říct, že Tomáš je jeden z mála bezdomovců, který by se uživil i rukama.
No, já jsem se živil celý život. Já jsem takhle skončil vlastně před 2 roky.
It's one of the homeless people who could earn his money with his hands. He's quite handy. And now he was sharing a story that he had an accident. He was hit on his head, and then he had a bleeding, and he was 1.5 years unable to walk, also work. Yeah, and because of this accident and then reconvalescence, recuperating long time, he is now ended up on the street. He says he feels shy to go to see his parents to ask for money, so he's living on the street, earning his money with cables. So in the hospital they recommended him retirement for disabled, and in hospital he got recommendation for partly, that it maybe wouldn't be full, but at least partly.
So normally there's no welfare in Czech Republic.
Nějaký příspěvky máte?
My jsme mimo systém,
No.
mimo úplně.
And Mira says that they are out of the system, so they cannot get the...
Got it.
Nemáme nic, nemáme.
So they say they have nothing.
Thomas was a driver for 22 years. He got hurt, was blind and disabled for a while. He's doing better, but he still can't work. And he's out living in a homeless camp. This shouldn't be in whatever country. Wow, what a day. Thank you so much.
Není zač.
A great tour and nice meeting you and your story.
Jo,
He
jo.
thanks you as well. He says it was great, and probably it was a good chemistry.
It was. Both tours were amazing. We spent the day touring around Prague. The first tour was with Rowan, and we got his view of homelessness and where he lived. And now we spent the afternoon with you, visiting some of your friends in homeless camps. And you were just an amazing interpreter. Thank you so much. And everybody, homelessness, what got me was the similarities of Thomas living in a homeless camp out here in an encampment, very similar to the United States. Homelessness sucks in whatever country, and we have to do something to get people off the streets and the support they need.